never gets old. As some of you may know, Cindy and I finally got to bring Moby back home after spending the better part of the year over at Motec. Of course, the reason why he was there was to get a brand new 6.2 liter Gen 5 LT installed under his hood, along with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fortunately, Robbie was able to get him wrapped up and back into our hands, and with enough time to do some well-needed maintenance ahead of the 10th annual JK-Experience. The biggest of which was replacing the ball joints. So the benefit of having a Pro Rock 60 or 1-ton axle in general is that they are stout. They are made to take all kinds of abuse, and for that they work great. But if there is a downside, and it's not really a big downside, is that in order to service something like the ball joints, the whole hub assembly needs to come off. And being that we already had everything apart, we decided that now would be a good time as any to replace an axle seal that we had noticed started to leak on the way home. But aside from checking bolts, checking fluid levels, greasing joints, rotating tires, and things like that, we actually had enough time to install a few new things, including a pair of KC LZR A-pillar lights, and an awesome 10-inch flex light installed on our front bumper to help light the way. Of course, to operate them and pretty much all our electrical accessories, we installed a brand new Switch Pro switch system. And being that night wheeling is such a common occurrence for us, we decided to replace the old and tired and dim rock lights that we had installed on Moby for years with a brand new set of Lux Max lights. Coming around back, you can see that we installed a brand new set of KC C2 reverse lights. And last but not least, I think anyway, we replaced our worn out and broken Trek top with a brand new Rugged Ridge bolus top. Hey. Since we're at it, I know there have been more than a few of you who've been wanting us to do a walk around on Moby to find out what he's made of. Starting from the beginning, Moby is a 2007 Jeep JK Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited. We ordered him back in the summer of 2006 with every bell and whistle that was available at the time, and if you can believe it, we still only paid about $29,000 for him. Over the years, he's tested out a myriad of products and gone through countless transformations, but as you see him now, he's sitting on an EVO double throwdown suspension system set to about 4 inches of lift, high clearance long arms, and with NV links up front. And because I know there are going to be people who are going to ask about it, the EVO lever in the rear is a cantilever system and one that allows 8-inch coilovers to be mounted horizontally and still provides an impressive 14 inches of vertical travel. Of course, he's running 40-inch Nitto trail grapplers bolted up to ATX Chamber Pro 2 beadlock wheels. And as I mentioned earlier, they're bolted up to a Dynatrac Pro Rock 60 front axle with EVO high steer and PSC ram assist steering. In the rear, he's got a full flow Pro Rock 80, and both axles are running ARB lockers with 538 gears. The transfer case is an Atlas 2-speed, and the drive shafts are primarily 1350s. The Pro Rock 80 utilizes a 1410. Because I get it all the time, These fenders that you see are in fact factory fenders, his original in fact. All I did was trim them down to give him this nice sleek look. As far as armor goes, he's got an EVO quarter pounder front bumper with stinger installed and a worn 9.5 XP sitting inside of it. EVO frame mounted rocker guards with skins, EVO corner guards with tire carrier. To help lighten things up and give Moby a classic clean look, we've got a set of rugged ridge half doors installed along with soft uppers. And on the inside, we've got a set of Mastercraft Baja RS seats installed along with a rock hard sport cage. In the rear, we've got another Mastercraft Baja RS seat in the passenger side and an ARB fridge mounted on the driver's side. To help keep all our gear safe and secure, we've got ourselves a Tuffy security deck installed. And we've got ourselves an EVO trail table bolted up to the back of our tailgate just to make life easier out on the trail. All this right here, this is typically all the gear that we normally carry with us whenever we go on a trip like the JK-Experience. So let's take a look at what all we've got here. In this bag, we've got a bottle jack. In this bag, we've got electrical repair stuff and other miscellaneous patch kits. In this little bag here, we've got an assortment of hose clamps and nuts, bolts, washers, miscellaneous hardware that we always seem to need. In this bag, we have cutoff wheel and flap disc, along with chargers and batteries. Got ourselves a big pry bar. In this bag, we've got air up tools. This big blue bag, pretty much all my tools. Sockets, wrenches, Allen wrenches, screwdrivers, pliers, you name it. Pretty much everything you'd find in a toolbox. In this bag right here, recovery gear. Snatch strap, tree saver, D-rings, chain, all kinds of goodies. In this bag here, we've got things like baling wires, big straps, duct tape, zip ties, trail vise, which we always use. Got a small torque wrench. In this roll, we got things like a big crescent wrench and a monkey wrench. Let's see, in this bag right here, got a welding helmet, jacket, and gloves. And that welding helmet is for our Hobart Trek 180, which is an awesome trail welder, which if you've watched our videos, you've seen us use multiple times. It's a shame that this thing has been discontinued. Last but not least, maybe the most important thing that we carry are a variety of fluids for just about everything on our Jeep. Gear oil, power steering, transmission, oil, you name it. It's the one thing that you can't fix, make, or MacGyver, and what every Jeeper should always be carrying with them. JKX, here we come.